Hi guys, it's Lynn here. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Now today I'm going to be watering my Aloes, Gasterias, Haworthias for the first time after their long winter rest. And before going any further guys, I have to apologise for my really stuffy nose and voice. I got hay fever and a lot of allergies at this time of year, so my nose is totally blocked and I'm struggling to talk, so hope you can understand what I'm saying, so please accept my apologies. But anyway, this is going to be a bit of a video vlog. I mean, watering my all these Aloes, Gasterias and Haworthias for the first time after winter. As you can see, they are very desperate for a good drink. It's typical for Haworthias and Aloes and Gasterias and Agaves to go this sort of deep, sort of plummy red colour when they're desperate for watering, and a lot of them are very shriveled, as you can see here. So it's going to be so good to give them a really good water. I've got some more Aloes and Gasteria and Haworthia under there as well, and some more here. I mean, look how wrinkled that one is. And also some of our larger Aloes as well we've got here on the floor in the polytunnel. So it's going to be so good to give them a really good watering. And the reason why I've waited so long to water them until now is because although the days have been very nice and sunny and warm, the evenings have still been very chilly. So I've sort of withheld a lot of watering. I watered my Haworthias the other day. I made a video vlog on that. Happy to say they're all plumping up nicely now. They're still quite wrinkled, but they'll take up water over the next few days. They're looking so much better than they did. So now it's time to do all of the Aloes and Gasterias and Haworthias and some of the Agaves as well. Got some of our little ones. We've got our bigger Agaves out in the yard at the moment. So they're the bigger ones, but all these little ones here need a good watering. And then probably the next day or two I'm going to start watering most of the, in fact all of the desert cacti. We've got a mixture of many different types of desert cacti here. A lot of them are sort of coming into bud now. As you can see there, lots of buds forming, and on a lot of our echinopsis plants as well, loads of buds forming, and some of our gymnoclisiums. So they're going to need a good watering. I'll make a separate video on that probably in the next 2 to 3 days when I get a chance to make a video, and hopefully when my nose is not so blocked so you can hear what I'm saying. So oh dear me. Anyway, going to start now giving these good water. Now I've made many videos on how to care for Aloes and Gasteria and the like, including how to prune them and how to water and things like that. So this is more of a video vlog. But if you want to know how to care for and grow aloe plants, and also how to care for and grow Gasteria, I've made 2 separate videos on them plants, so do check them videos out. I'll link the videos up above and also down below in the video description. And also, as I say, I've made videos on how to prune aloes as well, the dead leaves off aloes such as these. I need to give this a bit of a pruning too, with the dead leaves off. And also how to grow aloe from seed. So do check all them videos out. I'll put them all down below and up above, as I say, in the video description. Now, here we go. I've made the... I've got the water here. This is one of the big pump dispensers by Hoselock. Well, this one is actually a home-based own version. It's really, really good. I love to use these because they have the long nozzles, so they're great for aiming at the plants when you want to get in between the parts that you can't reach with the watering can without knocking all the plants over. And I've put a very weak strength, about 1/4 of a strength of tomato fertiliser. I use a brand by MacLeod, but you can use any good quality one, including Tomerite or any good quality cactus and succulent fertiliser. Aloes, a lot of my aloes sort of flower late winter. But I do have many that flower also in the spring and during the summer and even into the early fall as well. I find that the tomato feed, if you use it at a weak strength, really helps to encourage more blooming because it's high in potassium. That's just my experience, but you can use any good quality tomato feed to do that. Tomerite is also another good brand as well. And good to give these a good watering. And normally you would use the tomato feed at half the strength that I recommend for using for tomatoes in the spring and summer, but because this is their very first watering after the winter, I don't want to shock them by giving them a bit of too much fertiliser, so I'm just using 1/4 strength just for now. And if you want to know why I like to use tomato feed to fertilise my cacti and succulents, then I have made quite a few videos on that, but I'll link up one of my main videos up above and also down below in the video description. Do check that out, and you know why I like to use it. It really does help to encourage buds and blooms. So here we go, guys. Let's get watering. Give this a good pump up. I've got the tomato feed already in there. And one thing about these, I say the long nozzles, you can aim them straight directly into the right towards the root ball there to give them a thorough watering. And I'm going to be doing that then with all of these aloes. As I say, it's just a bit of a video vlog. I've made a video on how to know when to water cacti and succulents for the first time after their winter rest. And I mentioned that it really does depend on your conditions, where you're living in the world, your climate and temperature, whether you have your plants indoors or outdoors. These here are in my polytunnel, which, although I do have a heater that comes on at, if it drops below 5°C, 41°F, it's still a bit chilly at that temperature, even if you've got plants sitting in wet soil. So I've had to withhold until now, but as you can see, they're very desperate for a good drink, so this is going to do them really good. I've got a lot of these I want to repot as well. If you want to know what these pink labels are sticking out on the pots, these are little reminders for me that when I have a few minutes spare, I can go in here, pick a plant with a pink label on, and I know it needs repotting and give it a bit of a repot. So that's what these labels are on there for. You want to make sure as well, when you do water for the first time, give them a really good watering. And as I say, I've had to withhold because the nights have been very chilly here. But as I say, if you live in a nice, warm, dry climate, then you can obviously start watering your cacti and succulents a lot earlier in the year, sort of late February, March time. But when you have them outdoors, well, they're sort of indoors in a greenhouse polytunnel, but outdoors as in not in the house, I do have to be extra careful. I'll thoroughly soak that root ball. And I won't bore you all watering all of these plants because it's going to be a long video. Try and keep it short. This is just a bit of a video vlog, and I'm struggling to talk with my blocked up nose, so I'll just give all these a good water and then show you what they look like at the end. Now these are our very large aloes here underneath the table, and this very large aloe vera here is one that my wonderful fiance Hans brought over when he lived in Sweden. It's very, very old. It's a huge plant. And another aloe arborescens here, and these ones underneath, that one is another aloe that I've grown from seed. They're aloe arborescens also that I've grown from seed, very large plants. So these are going to have a good watering now. By the way, guys, if you want to know what these black spots are on here, it's something that aloes sometimes produce. I've had this a few times on my aloes, not quite sure what causes it, but I know it's pretty harmless, and I normally just cut any really bad leaves off, no problem at all. I've made a video on aloe black spot and a little bit about that, so check that video out as well. As I say, all the videos will be linked down below. This is a little Gasteria marmorata that I've grown myself from seed, looking very good. Almost done. I've just got some more aloes here, very large ones in big pots the other side of the polytunnel here, including a very large and very old aloe javena. These are going to be going out into the yard for the summer months, once the chances of any real cold nights have completely passed. Now that's all of the aloes, all completely thoroughly watered and fed, and it's so wonderful to do. Some of them are sitting in water there, but they're going to take that up over the next couple of hours. So anything that's left in the saucers, after a few hours I empty out, but they'll drink that up no problem. And it's just so good to do. They're going to fatten up nicely, and as I say, this is a typical sign of stress when they go very red like that. It's been very sunny during the days and they've had a lot of sunshine, which encourages them to go red, but it's also a sign that they need watering. And this Haworthia here is going to green back up again now it's had a good water, and so wonderful to do. And my big aloes there as well, all had a wonderful good deep watering. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and do check out the other video links I mentioned on how to care for aloes and Gasterias and Haworthias, including repotting videos and things like that. And for lots more tips and tricks on how you can care for and grow cacti and succulents, then please do subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click that notification bell. And also you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and on Facebook as Desert Plants of Avalon. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of happy plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye.